Weapons.
What is up, everybody? How's everybody doing, guys? Welcome back to another video. Hope you're all having an amazing day. Today we are ranking every single Fortnite gun that's ever been in the game. We've even got all the primal stuff right here, all the primal stuff down here. The only thing we are missing is the recycler and the mythic boom bow, just because that was only a recent update, so this hasn't been updated. But two things, you know, not a massive difference. We're gonna just get started. Before we do start the video, I'm not gonna be ranking any like in-game event weapons. So for example, like the Shatari guns or Captain America's shield or Hawkeye's bow. I'm not gonna be ranking any of them. We're just gonna do normal basic guns that are in the battle royale. So to get started, we have got the Gold P90. Gold P90 is in the game at the minute. Very good gun. It lasers, and obviously there's a meta at the minute where you just absolutely spray and pray. So I do what I think I'm actually gonna put an S. I think it's broken. I think it's broken. It's broken as hell. And yeah, it really do. I do think it needs a nerf in the fire rate, not as so like the damage. I think damage is alright, and like the whole magazine size. You know, P90, you have a decent magazine size. It just needs maybe the fire rate a little bit. Next we've got bottle rockets. Oh, getting that F. Disappointing. Just no, nothing else to say about it. Burst SMG is gonna go in E tier. Burst SMG. Oh, get out, man. They removed the suppress SMG for that. They bolted that on season 9 for it, and it was trash. It was so trash. It just didn't deserve to be in the game. Next we've got the Batarangs. I'm actually going to rate the Batarangs just because they were in the normal battle royale. Batarangs, you chucked them and it was kind of like a homing signal where like it would attach to someone, like it would follow someone. They're alright. I'm going to put them in D tier. I would rather take the Batarangs over this and this, to be honest with you. Next we have got the Sticky Grenade, also known as the Clinger. Clinger, I'm going to put in S tier. When it was bolted, it was very OP. You chucked like 9 clingers onto a wall, one would explode the wall, the rest would go inside the box, bang, 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 he was dead. Very broken, deserves to be in the S tier. Next we've got the Combat Shotgun. I'm actually going to put Combat Shotgun in C tier, and you're probably like, Thomas, what the hell are you doing? It was the most broken thing going. I know it was, but in Chapter 2, Season 4, it came back and it was trash. It had the biggest nerf going, and it was awful. Get out of here. Really trash. Really trashy in Chapter 2 Season 4, and that's what I'm ranking it by when they last got nerfed. So obviously I know this was S tier at one point, but it's dropped since. Next we have got the Tactical Assault Rifle. Ooh, now the thing with Tactical Assault Rifle, for me, I'm not a big fan of it. I'm going to put it in the C tier as well. I'm not a massive fan of it, just because when you start shooting, the recoil on it is quite high. And I don't know, there's something with that gun that it just doesn't do enough damage. 22 damage a shot and it's an AR. 22 damage is just not good for me. That's why I'm going to do it. The double barrel, I'm going to put into the B tier. I'm not going to say double barrel was broken. When it came out first, it was, and it had a little nerf during its period. It's, you know, it's OP, but I wouldn't say it's like broken or anything like that. It's just like a bog standard OP gun, if you know what I mean. Next, got the Drum Shotgun. Drum Shotgun, I'm going to stick in C tier. It was a good off-spawn gun if no one else had like any decent guns. We'll start getting in later games, you know. It was the Drum Shotgun and the Combat Shotgun at the time. I think it was Tactical Shotgun as well. So, you know, you would want a combat or a tactical at the time for that little bit more range. That was the thing I was lacking on that gun. No range. Next, I've actually forgot about the crossbow. Crossbow again, F tier. Trash. It did no damage to builds, and I think it I think it did like 198 headshot, which is really annoying. It just weren't good though. It really wasn't good. Next, we got the Drum Gun. Now, the Drum Gun I'm gonna stick in B tier as well. Drum Gun when it first came out, laser. Everyone was talking about it. Laser. It got nerf. It got so many nerfs, then vaulted. Then it got brought back out, nerfed, vaulted. They got brought back out again, and it just wasn't viable. It was just like a normal SMG that you pick up just for a bit of spray damage. But it was still good, which is why I think it deserved a B tier. Dual-wield pistols. Dual-wield pistols are one of the most, I think, balanced guns in the game. 41 damage a shot, but it had no 100% accuracy. Perfect gun. I'm going to stick it in A tier, because I think the dual-wield shotguns need to come... Dual-wield pistols need to come back. I really do think they need to come back. They were amazing. I love picking them up over an AR. It was absolutely amazing. I wish they'd come out with some purple and gold versions as well. I think they're really good. Next we've got Dynamite. Dynamite I'm going to put in the D tier with the boomerangs. Dynamite was okay. It's just you had to hold. You could either hold it and wait for like a grenade normal throw, or you had to like, chuck it and then it was like hissing down, then it exploded. That was probably the weakness of it, where you had to wait for the explosion. But apart from that, big damage radius. You couldn't really chuck it that far. It was all right. Deagle, I'm going to stick into the B tier. Deagle, I would have put S tier if it was still really OP. It could one shot wooden and stone like walls and materials. But then it got nerfed where it had to two-shot a wooden structure, which kind of like brought it down quite a lot. But I still think it's decent. Headshot's really good, 100% accuracy. You know, it's something you're not complaining for. Kits. This ain't kits. This is Meowskull's heavy assault rifle. Now, I'm not gonna put it very high. I'm probably gonna put it C tier. Hear me out. It had no 100% accuracy, and if it did, you had to wait a long time for the reticle to go in. And it wasn't really that OP. Like, you could pick up a gold normal heavy assault rifle. It would do about the same damage. Like, the fire rate was quicker, which was kind of worse because then the recoiling, like the whole recoil going up, was worse. And it really wasn't that good. Like, it was okay, don't get me wrong. It was better than probably like a blue AR, maybe a purple Scar. But once you got like a gold Scar, I'd rather just a gold Scar at the end of the day. And there's a lot, obviously on that season, there's a lot more other mythics that were OP, which we get later, like literally next. We've got the Midas Minigun, which obviously is going to go to the S tier. Like, I don't know what to say about this gun. You see a wall, wall's gone, person's dead. OP as hell. That's where it goes. Same with Skye's assault rifle. Get in here. 37 damage. I think it was like 96 a headshot. Higher fire rate, which is suited. The Scar hasn't got recoil, so if Scar got recoil, you up the fire rate. It works. With the Meowskulls, you've upped the recoil. It's got a lot of recoil. It's up the fire rate. It's worse. So that's where the difference is between these two guns, in my opinion. Next, we've got the Deadpool guns. Yeah, getting F tier. Worst things ever. Healed for 5, but they did like 30-something damage a shot, and they just weren't good. For a mythic, maybe if it was a normal gun, it might be a bit higher, but for a mythic Deagle, you had a single Deagle that's in B tier, and you got dual wield Deagles that are in F tier. And it's a mythic. So, yeah. We've got the other crossbow. I'm actually going to put this crossbow in E tier, just because this crossbow could kill zombies quicker. That's the only reason why I'm putting it in, so, you know, kind of dealt with the zombies in a way. Next, we've got the Infinity Blade, going straight up to S tier. Broken. It got somebody so much money. I think there is a clip online where you see him get so much money. They were just going through builds, whoosh, whoosh, dead. It was so OP, then they removed it, and now it comes back in LTMs, which it's been nerfed a little bit, but it's still really OP. And if it did come back into the game, people would complain like mad. Next, we've got Skye's, is it his name, Skye? Tina's bow, which is also going to go in F tier. Disappointing. I'm so disappointed with this gun. It's meant to be a mythic, and it takes about half an hour to pull your bow back, and then about 5 minutes to shoot it. And then by the time you put the arrow back in, you're dead. And it only did 75 damage shot. 75 damage a shot. It just, why is it a mythic? I don't get why them two were mythics. It was terrible. So that's why it's going in the F tier. This gun I'm not going to rank because it's only in creative. So I'm going to leave that gun. Next we've got the Heavy Shotgun. Heavy Shotgun I'm going to put in a B tier. I wasn't a big fan of Heavy Shotgun. It did a base damage of like 75 to 78 and a headshot of 150. It was just that base shot. With a pump, you can average, you know, with a pump you can hit someone for 22 or 90 or 140. You know, you had that range of shots. This one's just a base 75. So if you're going to hit, you need 3 body shots to kill. And obviously the fire rate was a lot lower than a pump, so you had to go bang, bang, when a pump's more like bang, bang. So it had that little bit more of a slower fire rate, which is, you know, what we can do. But it's still decent, you know. I'd still pick it up if I didn't have like a decent shotgun. Next we have got the normal sniper. I'm gonna put normal sniper in B tier. It one-shot headshot, 105 damage. what else can you ask for? Decent gun to get damage off. You know, it's a good gun to shoot someone with first, then push them. Because obviously while you're trying to heal, you get an easy push on them. Right, now we've got the original burst. The original burst I'm actually going to put in B tier. Original burst was amazing. I remember first starting off Fortnite, I could not use a normal AR because of the, you know, it didn't have 100% accuracy. But the burst used to laser. Like the original blue burst used to laser people. And it was, oh, it was beautiful. Absolutely amazing. Next, we've got the Thanos Gauntlet. I'm actually going to rank this just because it was in normal Battle Royale at one point. And obviously, it's going to go into S tier. It was, oh, bloody hell, he's bang on the floor, everyone's dead. Obviously came back in the LTM where he collected all stones and did certain abilities, but I'm not counting that one. The normal Thanos Gauntlet for Infinity War when they did the crossover. It was amazing, really good. You know, obviously you can't really talk about it now because I don't think it would come back because obviously Thanos is dead in the MCU. But yeah, it was a good weapon to mess about with at the time. Now he's got the scope AR, right? The scoped AR I'm gonna put into B tier. Now, this is going to be another one that you're going to be like, oh my god, Tom, what are you doing with your life? Get out of here. But the scoped AR was absolutely banging. Like, if you learned the accuracy of it, you could laser people like bang, 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 bang. There's so many clips like Tfue Ninja, TSM Myth, just lasering people with it. And then you could push them. It's kind of like it's not a worse sniper. It's kind of like a sniper. But you could just shoot more and it did less damage. So that's what you're getting. So with a sniper, you got one shot, but you do more damage. With a scoped AR, you are getting more shots with less damage. So it evens out. Next, we have got the suppressed AR, also known as a suppressed Skye. That's going to go to... I'm stuck between D and C. Do you know what? I'm going to put this to D tier. Just because the bloom on it was awful. The bloom, oh, don't get started with the bloom. You used to shoot someone and you used to get two shots off, then the bloom would just go mad everywhere. So that is why it's going to D tier. Next, got the RPG. RPG is going into S tier. Broken. I don't need to explain myself for that. Grenade launcher, I'm going to put into A tier. I don't think it's like as broken as all these, but grenade launcher is still very good, and I wish it came back. I used to love the grenade launcher. Get a perfect angle, bang, 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 into a fight. Everyone's dead. Next, we got the grenades. Now, grenades used to be in the S tier because you could do that 60-meter range where you used to chuck up 10 grenades at one point. Can you imagine having a stack of 10 and just chucking them all in? Like, woo! Now you can only pick up 6, so it has like weakened a little bit, so I'm going to put in B tier. But it's still really good grenades. Love them. Guided missile in there used to be broken because obviously back in the day people used to spray your build. You used to be scared to push a build. Like used to like just keep themselves to themselves. So you could just edit a window, boom it out. Your teammate used to be able to close the window, shoot it round. I think it used to like I swear it used to do like 150 damage at one point. Then it got nerfed to 75. But it used to do loads of damage at one point, and it was really fun to play with. Like I think at the time Creative just came out, really fun to play with. LMG get into the S tier. Broken. LMG's broken, man. 100 round mag SMG/AR because it had the range as well, so you could just go. It used to keep going and going and going. Amazing. Love it. Love the LMG, but it was very broken. I think it should have been nerfed to probably like 80 bullets in the mag or 75, something like that. Next, we have got the Harpoon Gun. Harpoon Gun, I'm actually going to put into C tier. Average gun, helps you out to get some fish. There you go. This bow, FT, you know why. It's pretty much the same bow, just a Valentine's Day version. That's going to go in there. Infantry rifle. Oh, this ain't, this hunting rifle, sorry. Hunting rifle. I'm going to put hunting rifle on B tier. You could get easy no scopes, 90 damage base, 180 headshot, and you used to zoom in a lot quicker. Yeah, it's alright. Infantry rifle, the normal infantry rifle, I'm going to stick into D tier. Really don't like the normal infantry rifle. This is the grey, green and blue version. It was trash. Absolutely trash. I just didn't like it at all. So we have got the pump. Now this is the OG pump. OG pump where you could double pump and stuff like that. Get into A tier. The OG pump was amazing. Love the pump. But I don't know if the newer version of the pump is on here. I don't know if this is counting for the pump now. Which is counting for the pump now, I'll put into B tier. Because it's kind of like the same with like the burst and like, you know, the Deagle, you know. This is like the base guns, like the, you know, the good quality guns right here. Right, next we have got the Junk Rift. Oh my god, you know what? When I first seen this tease, I was like, oh my god, it's going to be OP as hell. It came out, because it was meant to counter mechs, and it just didn't counter mechs. I just got used to chuck it, wait 5 seconds for it to fall down, and the mech would move. So for that reason, it's going into the E tier. Did not like it one bit. It was fun to play with, and if he did get a kill, it was like, you know, really good. But apart from that, yeah, it wasn't that good. Next, we got this umbrella. I can't remember where this umbrella's come from. If you know where this umbrella's come from, leave it in the comments. I can't remember where this weapon's come from. I really can't. But I remember what it used to do. You used to spin it up, and then you could fly at someone, and it's kind of like a lightsaber in a way. So I'm just gonna stick in E tier because I don't know what it is. Next, we have got all the lightsabers. I might as well rank them all the same because they all did the same damage. I'm gonna put them all in D tier. They were alright. You know, they were good. Close range, you know, carry one, get one up at close range. They're all good. Decent. Zapatron S tier. We've only seen like one real footage of it, and it just lasered someone. So broken. Heavy assault rifle. This is gonna go exactly the same as C tier. I could even put it on the B tier because honestly, I'm so disappointed with this mythic where it should be lower. But same. I think it's gonna put the same. Like purple gold used to be the same as the mythic. Golden goldfish getting there. One shots. Any health you had, one shots. You could have. They tested it in creative. You could have 10,000 health, 1,000,000 health, one shots. It's broken, but it should be because a 1 in a million chance of getting it. Next, we've got the turret, the mounted turret. Now, this used to be really broken when it first came out because you couldn't actually shoot someone's head top because there used to be like an invisible like barrier there where you couldn't shoot them. Now that it's been nerfed and whatnot, I'll stick it in. Ooh, between B and C, I'll put it in B tier for now. It's still good, like, don't get me wrong, but it's just, you know, you can easily get shot. Right, now there's a new version of a P90, and this is like the newer version of the P90 that only has 40 bullets when this one has 50. It's still good. I'm going to put it in A tier, but I don't think it is as good as this one because it has a slower reload speed, less bullets, but it still has the same fire rate. So, right, next we've got the purple and gold revolver. If you could do this with a pump, it is OP. So I'm actually going to stick it in C tier just because, you know, without the pump, it's not that good, but next we've got the gold and purple pistol A tier. You could honestly take it as a AR and laser people with. Absolute laser. Next we've got the heavy assault rifle, D tier. It's just a worse version of that. So everything that's a worse version is just going to go down a tier really. Next we've got the proximity launcher. Whoa! Now people you did learn strats with proximity launcher. I didn't really. I was a bit confused how this worked. So I'm going to stick this in D tier. Just because I didn't really know how to work it, and obviously it's my opinion. If you got a different opinion, let me know. Oh, right. Next we have got we've got the micro Uzi. Now this got leaked in a solid gold, and it wasn't very good, so I'm gonna stick it into E tier. It reminds me a lot of the burst SMG, but it's not out yet. I don't know if it is gonna come out. Pump, get there. 200 pump gold one. I think it's like 190 for a purple one. It's just OP, isn't it? Rapid fire, getting A tier. Rapid fire was so underrated. Cypher PK, shout out to you, my friend, because he was the one that brought along the rapid fire, and I tried it, and it was really good. So good for you, man. Quad launcher, A tier, broken as hell. It was 4 rockets that you could shoot before you reload. How's that not OP? Normal revolver, D tier. It's just a worse version. This SMG I'm actually gonna put in E tier. It was terrible. 11 damage, no 100% accuracy. The recoil was awful. It was awful. But here we go. The tactical SMG on the other hand, get into S tier. Broken SMG, and they brought a gold version out as well, which was at Starry Suburbs. It used to laser people. It reminds me a lot of the Midas drum gun. A lot. So that's where it deserves a can. Yeah, F tier. This is the scoped revolver. I'm actually going to stick it the same as a normal revolver because it did similar damage. And you had to scope in, and every time you shot it, like, went up in the air and came back down. Spike trap, I am going to put into S tier. Broken. We've put so many things in S tier, but there's actually a lot of broken things that have been vaulted in the past. But spike traps are very OP. You know, you put 2 spike traps, boom, dead, done, dusted. Normal pistol, I'm going to put into C or D. I'll put into D tier just because it's kind of like the normal revolver, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, that's where the pistol goes. Next, we have got the normal tac B tier. You know, it's just a good gun, isn't it? Good gun. Next, 6 shooter F tier, awful. When it first came out, I thought it'd be OP because obviously it's like another revolver, but no, it's trash. Snowball Launcher is just gonna be. Oh, I don't know actually. Snowball, I'm just gonna put in B tier. I find the Snowball Launcher worse than a normal grenade launcher. Don't ask me why. I don't have a clue. Gold and purple infantry rifle on the other hand get into A tier. Very good. 44 damage, 42 damage, headshot 80 to 90s. 10 bullets instead of the normal 8, which is from the normal one. Yeah, it's good, it's good. Heavy sniper, A tier as well. Double heavy sniper, get someone's wall, headshot them, done and dusted. Storm Scout, I'm going to put that into B tier. It was a good gun. 6 bullets. I think it used to do like 86 damage per shot, and you could see the next storm. That was the thing that carried it really. You could see the next storm. Suppressed sniper, I'm actually going to put that into E tier. It was awful. The suppressed sniper did 95 damage, which means if someone had 100 health, you couldn't even one-shot him. You couldn't even one-shot him. Although, the only reason it's not in F tier is because the reload was really quick. That's the only reason why. We can't rank that. Stink grenade, I'm going to put into B tier. Very good, man, especially for comps like arena. If someone's boxed up, you chuck 2 stinks, 5 damage, 5 damage, 5 damage. You know, it starts to stack. That's the thing with the stinks. It stacks, it stacks, it stacks. Pickaxe 20 damage each. I'm actually gonna stick in D tier. I'm actually gonna stick it in D tier. I'd rather use a pickaxe than all these. All these, I'd rather use a pickaxe. To be honest with you. Oh, thermal scoped assault rifle. It's gonna have to go in E tier. It was awful. When you zoomed in, it was really glitchy. The fire rate on it was awful. It just wasn't great. Zapatron, like the zap trap, it was awful. Like, I like the concept of it where you could stick it to a wall, but it just took so long to like turn on. Like in the trailer, there were bots. The people they did it to were bots because they just didn't go out the box. Like if someone chucked it on it, all you have to do is just edit, and then it'll go off when you're already out. Minigun. A tier, very good gun. Oh my god, like you could just laser people in the sky in comps. Very good. My guy, Flintlock Pistol. He actually came back out for Chapter 2 Season 5 for a week, and I loved it. Very good gun just to get height, stop getting fall damage, rotations, all of that shit jazz. It was absolutely amazing. Automatic sniper, E tier. When it first came out, I thought, oh, here we go. We have got like a good sniper here. But then once you start using it, yeah, it was crap. Suppressed pistol though on the other hand. I'm actually gonna stick in B tier. That was usable. It was actually usable. It was very good. I like the suppressed pistol. It was a very good gun. Storm flip, I'm gonna put into C tier. To be honest, yeah, storm flip should be something that's in the A or B tier. But no, it just did it. It wasn't used right, and it wasn't out long enough to try. Like, I got the concept where you chucked it out of storm, you'll live longer, but it just didn't work. Like, I don't know, it just didn't work for me. Next, we got the Brutus Minigun, obviously S tier. It's basically a better version of the normal minigun, to be honest with you. Next, we've got the Charged Shotgun. Right, me and the Charged Shotgun. Right, let's get both Charged Shotguns. I've just realised it was charged. Right, let's get both Charged Shotguns together. The purple and gold one, I'll put in B tier. I thought it was very good. This one I'll put in C tier. The Charged Shotgun for me, it depends on your ping. It's all about your ping. If you've got a low ping, the Charged Shotgun will work. You got a high ping, sometimes Charged Shotgun won't even go off, which is, yeah, disappointing. Which I'll put in C tier. Next we have got, this is the Midas's daughter minigun in Chapter 2 Season 3. It's basically a worse version of this one, so I'm gonna put. Shall I even put it in A tier? It was like a big nerf for the Midas Minigun. Drum gun. I'm actually gonna put it in B tier. It was alright, but it wasn't the best. It really wasn't the best. Right, obviously kits, I'm gonna put in A tier. Kits, Charged Shotgun. When that came out of Catty Corner, everyone could test it. Everybody wanted it because it was the best shotgun at the time. You know, Chapter 2 Season 3, we only had Charged Shotguns and tacs were really low back then. So yeah, Kit's Charged Shotgun needs to be there. Ocean's burst rifle is actually going to go into A tier as well. I wouldn't say C tier is broken, but it was very good. Very good. The bursts are very good. Next, got the normal boom bow. Gets into A tier. Amazing. Much better than this piece of trash. amazing. Pullback 100, headshot 15, 115, two shot. You know, they used to pull back so nicely as well. Really good. Purple and gold hunting rifle, A tier as well. Amazing. Oh my god, it was amazing, man. You could just literally like quick tip, boom. Yeah, very good. I got very good with it as well. If you go back on my channel, you can see some really good clips of that. We have got the spike trap, like the darted one, like the poison one, F tier, trash. Fireflies, E tier, trash. The only thing I really use it for is to craft the bows. That's about it. Automatic sniper, E tier, trash. It used to just shoot 10 bullets, 75 damage. It just wasn't great for a sniper, you know, to live up with the other snipers. Flare gun, I'm going to put into B tier. It was very usable. Flare gun's at Jow right now. It just, you know, you shoot up in the air, marks a bunch of enemies where they are. It's very good. And it sets stuff on fire now as well, which it didn't used to do when it first came out. So that is very good. Next we have got the suppressed SMG. Right, the suppressed SMG for me, when it first came out, was trash. It had a buff, like all SMGs had a buff. It was OP. Then it came back out Chapter 2 Season 2, and it wasn't that great. It was okay though, so I'm going to stick it in C tier. It was usable, but I wouldn't say it was great. We've already ranked a pistol, so I don't know what this pistol is here for. Maybe this is the Chapter 2 version of the pistol, which it will just join there in D tier. It will go right next to his brother. Next we've got the Scar, obviously A tier. It's just a better version of the normal AR. Very viable, very good to use. No complaints, no complaints. We've got the normal AUG, which is actually going to join. The Ocean one. They're about the same. I think this one did 1 extra damage, but they're about the same. Very good guns. Next, we've got the purple and gold scoped rifle. I'm actually going to put that in A tier. It just did more damage this one. It's a better version, so it's going to go up. Right, now, actually, we're not ranking that. We're not ranking that. Right, now we're getting into the Chapter 2 Season 4 stuff. And, like, the abilities. So, the Stark Rifle, I'm going to put into B tier. For me, it wasn't great. Other people found it better. It did a lot of damage, which is why I'm putting it high. I like the ability where you zoom in, it's like bang, bang, bang. You zoom out, bang, 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 you know, the rapid fire. But for me, personally, I wasn't a big fan of it. Next, we've got Dr. Doom's Gauntlet Hands. They're going to go into C tier. Wasn't a fan of them. They did no damage. I like the chains where that if there were two people together, it would used to chain and do damage. Dr. Doom Ball, on the other hand, is going to go into A tier. It used to be really good for arena, man, because if you get high up on the high ground in late game, and then you see a bunch of people who chuck the Dr. Doom, boom, everything's on fire for wood as well, because people used to, like, you know, use metal to box up and then add the wood left to, like, rotate. So everything used to be set on fire, do fire damage. Very good. Black Panther's ability, I'm actually going to put into D tier. When it first got leaked and, like, people used it in, like, events and stuff like that, it was alright, but when it came into the Battle Royale and it got the nerf and whatnot, it just wasn't how I expected. I expected a lot more with that ability, and I just didn't get it. Stark Hands, I'm actually going to put that one above, like, I'm going to put in B tier, which is above Dr. Doom, just because it had that whole aimbot thing where you could, like, you know, shoot it. But it only did 20 damage a shot, which is the argument. But the beam was an S tier. Broken as hell, go through builds. It used to do 150 damage at one point in normal Battle Royale. Can you believe that? 150 damage, just like that. Amazing. She-Hulk Hands, I'm going to put into a B tier. They were very good as well. The only thing let me down is obviously the range. Obviously, you know, with the hands, you could have a bit more range. Storms, like Whirlwind, I'm actually going to put into A tier, just because people found out how to use it properly. You go into a build fight, you swirl around, you knock them off, they die to full damage. That was how you used it, and just people didn't find out till like a few weeks before the season ended, which is, you know, which is a shame, because obviously if you found out earlier, it would have been a really good strat. Thor's hammer, I'm going to put into B tier, just because it was alright. You know, it was good, get good damage. It's just a thing, like, it's kind of the same with the Junk Rift, just a better version, where as you called it down, it took a few seconds for it to land, and obviously people could move out of the way, and like there was a, you know, you could hear a noise for it. We will leave that for now. Let me have a quick look. Right, so we've got these are the last Marvel stuff for that season, which is Wolverine's Claws, which I'm going to put into A tier. Wolverine's Claws were very good. Obviously, they're kind of like a better She-Hulk, because you could use to heal with the claws as well. You used to do white damage, not shield, which is a shame, but white damage will do, which is why they're really good. Next, we have got the airstrike grenade. I'm actually putting D tier. It was It was good when it came out. It just wasn't out long enough for us to find strats with it. And another thing was, it was like the grenade where you chuck it, bounce around everywhere, then it will call the grenade, like call the airstrike. If you just chucked it where it's stuck first, it called the airstrike. It could have been a different story. Next, we've got the Star Wars blaster. That was actually in the Battle Royale for a little bit with the Star Wars event. I'm going to stick into D tier as well. It was okay. It just wasn't my cup of tea. You know, the recoil on it was really crappy. The damage was really crappy, and you know, for example, like a normal AR like I'm about to rank, I'd rather take that, which is going to be a B tier, but it's just a worse version of the Skye, so it deserves to be in there. Mandalorian Sniper, I'm actually going to put into B tier. Wasn't a big fan of it, but it was still good. Cool abilities. The only thing you couldn't no scope with it, because the no scope ability turned to like a stab, where you stabbed and it was 45 damage, which was good. I just didn't like the whole thermal when you zoomed in, and it was really zoomed in as well, which I didn't like. C4, I'm going to put into C tier. They used to be really OP and destroy builds straight away. Then they got nerfed to the point where they didn't destroy anything. And then Chapter 2, Season 2, which is the last time we saw them, I believe. They were in the middle, which is why it's C tier, in the middle. Next, we've got the Boom Sniper. Now, I've had a lot of fun with this Boom Sniper. A lot of fun. It does 10 damage when you shoot the person, but the sticky grenade does 60. And if you're good with it, it does damage, which, not to brag or anything, but I was quite good with it. So I'm actually going to stick into A tier. I think it is as good as the normal heavy sniper. It costs gold as well, so you could basically get it whenever you want. If you landed there, you could buy it if you had enough gold. Same with this fire sniper. I'm going to put that into A tier as well. Very good gun, sets stuff on fire, does about the same damage as like a normal sniper, but it's like a better sniper in a way, normal sniper. It sets stuff on fire. Lever action, I'm going to stick into E tier. It don't deserve an F tier, just because you could actually get kills with it, but not very often. It wasn't great. Now we've got Chapter 2, Season 5, I believe. The Nighthawk, which was like a night vision version of the scoped AR. So, where did I put the scoped AR? I'm trying to remember now. I think I did put it into B tier. Yeah, no, I'll put it into D tier. So yeah, we'll just go into D tier with it, just because it had the night vision, which was technically worst, but it did the same damage basically as a normal scoped revolver. Next, we've got the pistol, the marker pistol, where if you shot someone, it will mark it for you. I'm going to stick that into B tier. I think that's a cool addition. You can mark someone for you, and it did basically the same damage as a suppressed pistol. Next, we've got the dub, which was basically the flintlock and the double barrel put together. I'm going to put that into B tier. People used to love to use this. Like I said, I wasn't a big fan of the double barrel, but I still know it's good. So yeah, it was very good. Stark rifle, we've already ranked. Now we've got the fire breath. Right, the thing with the fire breath is, when it first came out, I was in love with it. Then it got nerfed and it wasn't that great. But I'm still going to put it into B tier, just because it was, it was usable. If it didn't have any other shotgun, it was still usable. The only thing that, really pulled it down was the whole, shot 4 bullets and you had to reload 1, 2, 3, 4, back up, then shoot again, which by then you could have been dead or knocked or anything like that. Next, we have got the Hot Rock Jewelries, which is actually still out now. Cool edition. I don't think they're as good as a normal Jewelries, so they're going to go to B tier. Cool edition. You shot them, you get anti-grav. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Lever action I liked a lot. I'm actually going to stick lever action into A tier. I actually think it's better than, the grey, green, and blue pump. Obviously not better than the gold pump, but still on this level, I believe. Lever action, very good. I like the lever action. A lot of people gave it hate. I thought it was really good. Next we have got the, this is like the double barrel quad launcher, so it shot 2 rockets at once. I think that's broken. S tier. Bro, it was broken. You could buy 5 as well, which was, I don't know what Epic Games was thinking, where you could buy 5 of each exotic, because then you could just go bang 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 bang, just, oh mate, honest God, used to laser with that. Purple and gold tack, A tier. It's just basically like a better version of the normal tack. Wow, this list is getting big, and this video is going to be long as well, guys. I do apologise. Normal Season 7 SMG. I'm going to put it to B tier. It's average. It's all right. It was all right. The Zap Trap, right? These Zap Traps, they got removed for a reason, because they're crap. So they're going to go into F tier. Here we go. We're getting into the Primal primal stuff now. The normal makeshift bow. E tier. Trash. Don't pick it up unless you've got the materials to make it. There's no point of it being in your inventory. It's awful. It's trash. So yeah. Makeshift revolver. Trash. Don't pick it up unless you've got the stuff to, you know, make it into something better. Makeshift AR, I'll put into D tier. It's alright, it's alright. It's had a slight buff and it's alright. Makeshift shotty on the other hand. Makeshift shotty, I'm sticking to B tier. Very good. Honest God, it could match against, you know, the green and the blue pump, you know. You could use that very well. When it got its, you know, its buff. Very good. Makeshift SMG C tier. No, D tier. D tier. You know, I was looking at, like, obviously, like, the normal SMG I ranked here, and it was, you know, the suppressed SMGs here, so yeah, D tier is a good spot for it. The Season 7 Thanos, do you know what, I've done this video 3 times now, because obviously, like, I've been, you know, I had to do stuff and whatnot, and I've called it Thanos every 3 times. It's a Famos. Famos, I'm going to stick into D tier. That was like, it was meant to be purple and gold, but it was worse than this, in my opinion. It wasn't great, and obviously the Org was... Org is beautiful. Right, now we have got the mechanical bow, which I'm going to put into D tier. It's like a step above. And same with the primal bow, I'm going to put into D tier as well. It's like a step above. It does no ability, so there's nothing special about it. It was just okay. You know, it was okay. Now we have got the 4 elemental bows. Let me get them all together. So, stink bow, B tier. The like explosive bow, C tier. Shockwave bow, A tier. Fire bow, A tier. Right, now let me go through it. Shockwave bow, good for rotation. 31 mini shockwaves. The only thing you don't put it into an S tier is because it's not as OP as a shockwave, so you could normally carry shockwaves and get further, but it's still really good. Fireboat, a lot of people use wood. You can set obviously the whole of Wailing Woods on fire, which is Weeping Wood, sorry, which is really OP for, like, you know, if you're building in a tree and stuff like that. Stink bow is kind of like a worse version of a firebow. Someone's in a box, shoot it, stink, 5 damage each time. With, you know, it matches the stink grenade in a way, but I think stink bow did 10 instead of 5. And then the reason why I put the explosive bow low is just because the pullback's a lot longer. If you hit him, it only does like 86, I believe, and then obviously the explosions come off, and you do 20 about 4 times. You can move out of the way easily with that. So that's where I'm putting all the bows. Next we got the cuttlefish. Never really used cuttlefish, but I know they can be OP, so I'm gonna stick them into D tier. But like I said, I've never really used. Same with the stinkfish. I saw the stinkfish around here. Stinkfish gonna go to D tier as well. I've never really tried it with stinkfish. Apparently you can die instantly with stinkfish sometimes. It's like a 0.1% chance you can die instantly if you eat it. So recommend don't eat it. Now we've got the primal weapons. Primal pistol is going to go into D tier. Primal AR is going to go into B tier. Primal shotgun is going to go into C tier. And primal SMG is going to go into B tier. Right, let's do some explanation. So, primal assault rifle is basically a worse version of a normal AR, but it isn't in a way. It's got a high fire rate, but it hasn't got 100% accuracy, but it's still really good. Purple and gold ones, they do laser kinetic shots. Same with the SMG. The SMG is kind of better than the one we've got at the minute, like the mechanical version. So I do recommend picking up the primal SMG. Do you know what? For that, it's going into A tier. I think the primal SMG is really good. Primal shotgun is annoying as hell. I hate the primal shotgun. It's so annoying. Please don't use it. I hate it so much. Hate dying to it, because when the bots carry it, they're actually really good with it, and if you get killed by a bot, that's annoying. And the primal pistol, it's like a 2-shot pistol, 44 damage a shot, but it's just when you shoot twice, you have to wait a good second or 2 before you shoot again. It's not great. Right, now, we've actually not finished with all the Marvel stuff. We have got a Venom Grabber, which is going to go into A tier. Another very good Marvel equipment. You could just pull people out from builds. You could do. It's not a glitch, but it's kind of like an exploit where you can go into a rift, grab someone, and then teleport them up, and they'll die to 4 damage. Very good, very good. Like I said, once we knew how to work it, it was good. When it first came out, it wasn't that great because we didn't know how to work it. Floor, you know, all these zapper trap things are going to go in here. The Easter grenade launcher is going to join it in the A tier. I don't know what it was. The Easter grenade launcher and the normal grenade launcher seemed a lot better than the snow grenade launcher. Don't ask me why. I don't have a clue. It's just the way it just felt different. Why have we got so many orgs on here? Got 3 orgs. A piece of coal, F. It did 5 damage. It came around at Christmas time, yeah. This is actually, I think this is the Chapter 2 bolt action sniper, which I'm actually going to put lower than the normal one. Because you used to get a grey version that did 90 damage. Didn't used to one-shot someone, which is why I go in there. This isn't in the game anymore, so I'm going to rank that. This is going to go a lot lower than what I put with this RPG up here. This RPG, I'm going to put into B tier. Obviously, it's still an RPG, still OP, but, you know, it wasn't great. And I believe that is it. So, this is a very long video, and I've rambled a long time. So, if you are still at the end of the video, go in the comments and say donut. If I see donuts, I know you stuck around for the whole video, and I will heart your comment and pin it as well, because I appreciate you guys that sit through all these videos. Like I said, this video is going to be a very long video out of me just rambling along. Let me know if you agree, any you disagree with, put in the comments. You know, I'd love to have little debates in the comments. I think I've done a pretty good job of explaining most of them. There's a couple that I kind of waffed on, but obviously, you know, just trying to remember them all. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy, please like button and subscribe, guys, and I'll speak to you all very, very soon. Bye.
Zombie apocalypse.